I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Bridges out there with Knipple. And for the Wizards, they've got Trae Young. Alexander Sarr is out there with Cam Whitmore. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Hardy in at the 2 spot. So, Legs, here we are at the very beginning of an NBA season. Were you a quick starter, or did you have to build up as the season went on?
Well, Kevin, I didn't have a choice. I always tried to come into training camp in the best shape of anybody in there. I wasn't going to run around too many guys, so I had to run away from them. I learned that early in my career. But, you know, sometimes you don't necessarily shoot the ball well out of the gate. That really was season by season.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now, here is Young. Playing Dallas, he was nearly unstoppable. Pass to Hardy, and stolen by Miller. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. The ball with the bucket.
So often, LaMelo is the setup man. There, he's on the finishing end.
We play just over a minute here in the first. And Young, here we go. And he makes good on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Ball from long range. Trae Young grabs the miss. Pass to Hardy from past the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he likes to get in the rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Hornets have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. In the corner, Knipple with it. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Red hot out of the gates. Keep it rolling.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Young. There's the pick. Drives to the hoop. Count that bucket. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
When you defend Trae Young in the pick and roll, you better stop ball first, or he is going to torch you.
Bridges outside. Here's Knipple. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Young with the ball. Defended by Knipple. Young looking around. Inside. There's the lob to Bridges. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Sarr.
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
Knipple with it. Defended by Young. There's the screen. 5 to shoot. Miller kicks the ball. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Ball's got 5 points so far.
And Ball continues to show he can drain threes. The defense must adjust or he is going to keep doing damage.
Now, here is Young. Sarr with the screen on Ball. Wizards need to get a shot off here. A putback. And Sarr throws it down hard.
Goodness, Sarr is a different type of athlete.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. And here are the Hornets now. And Tim, watching Alex Sarr, it's clear he can be a defensive game changer.
Well, his versatility is what jumps out at you, Kevin. Able to guard the three-point line and protect the rim. He's everything you want in a shot blocker. Timing, length, and verticality.
And so here's Charlotte after the basket by Washington. Ball with it. 5 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. You got to be a little embarrassed by that one. Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Here is Miller following the bucket by the Wizards. Ball with the bucket. 7 points in the game. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now, Koulibaly. He has yet to score. Whitmore sets a screen for Young. Driving to the basket. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Tim, it feels like the bigger the stakes, the better we're going to see Trae Young playing.
Well, Kevin, he's had his moments in the playoffs, and he embraces the spotlight, home or away. He won't shy from being the villain. That's the kind of chip he plays with.
And that one falls for Young. So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Bridges, no one around him. Off target with his 3. Washington leading now by 3. Here's Johnson. The basket good. Off the assist from Young.
That wingspan of Johnson helps him score around the rim. It's about 6'10", which is very good for a wing.
Now here's White. Bridges sets the screen for White. Lays it up off the glass.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's Young. He has 6. Down low. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here goes on Knipple.
Whenever he gets the ball, Johnson wants to score, and that compromises the defender.
He misses the free throw.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Keyshawn George, he's checked in for the Wizards. Good on the second free throw. So, Tim, the District of Columbia and the Wizards reaching a deal to keep them in D.C. through 2050.
Along with a project to expand the arena complex, create an entertainment district, and implement safety and transportation upgrades. Really exciting stuff.
Wizards leading by 4. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keefe. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Kevin?
Thank you once again, Allie. And a timeout call by Charles Lee. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Outside ball. Here's Knipple, defended by Young. Driving in. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. For 3, Bridges. Rebound by the Wizards.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
White against Young. Johnson for 3. Bridges with the board.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah.
Now, here is Young. He's got 8. To the inside. Here's Johnson. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists tonight.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pass to Kneppel. It's good from long range.
A lights-out shooter. Opponents will learn quick. You have to guard Kneppel tight, or he'll knock those down.
And here's Young. Here's Harden. 3-pointer. Cracks in the tray. Hardy's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Wizards.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now here's White. No scoring in this one. Bucket is good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
And Brian Keith wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Harden. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Diabate's checked in. And so it's Young who brings it up for Washington. They lead by 4. George with the screen on White. Here's Young. And he converts the layup. Young's got 10.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside, Ball. Back to White. Ball finds White. Lock at 6. Outside, Ball. Over Johnson. Ball, no good.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
George sets a screen. Here's Johnson. Diabate grabs the board. Hornets trail by 6. Pass the ball. And stolen by Whitmore. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Young. Young's got 5 assists in the game. To the paint. Young with the steal. To the middle. And that one's good. Whitmore. And now a 10-point Wizards lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Washington.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
And here is Johnson following LaMelo Ball's 3. And that one, good. 7 points in the game.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Pass to Diabate. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Sars got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
Wasted no time on that one. Ball's got 13.
And we've come to expect big things from LaMelo offensively. He loves to attack you on that end.
Now, here is Young. 10 points for him. And the Hornets' playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season, their worst record in over a decade. We're hoping these new additions can help.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
And he makes the first.
And when you think of promising young scorers, Trey Johnson has to come to mind quickly. This rookie has major upside in that category.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Vukcevic is checked in, and it's Koulibaly in for Whitmore. Tim, this is going to hit home, and I'm sorry about it, but it's going on 5 decades since the Washington Wizards have enjoyed a 50-win season.
Kevin, you're breaking my heart. A couple generations have passed. So if this rebuild requires some patience, fans in the DMV are saying, what's a few more years?
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Johnson outside. Over James, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
They needed a jolt from that second unit, and that's exactly what they got.
They've got Hardy. Koulibaly is out there with Keyshawn George. Then there's Carlton Carrington. And it's Vukcevic in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it attacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Now here's White. Nifty move. And White slams it in.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
Washington leading now by 6. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Hardy passes to George. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, White. Plays it up and banks it in. White's got 8 points.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Carrington. Scoreless thus far. Now here's Hardy. He started closer. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the drive. Vucevic.
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That's his first foul. Miller's checked in for James.
Charlotte substitution. Number 24.
White against Koulibaly. Pass to Williams. Miller, that's for 2. Washington with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
White up top. He's defended by Koulibaly. There's the lob to Bridges. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Good anticipation from this crafty wingman. Bridges enjoys taking chances and going for the alley-oop.
Here's Carrington. Still without a basket. Down low. Here's Hardy. No good that time. Good D by Miller. So for the Wizards, their last game a win against the Mavericks in Dallas. George with the steal. Here's Carrington. White covering. Pass to Hardy. Puts up a deep 3. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got rebound number 5 here tonight. White wide open. He fires. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Here's Hardy. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Tim, and maybe I'm asking the wrong guy this, but are teams relying too much on the three-point shot?
Well, I do think there are nights I feel it becomes a little redundant, but the skill level of these players, Kevin, has led us here. More guys are capable of making that deep shot, so I don't see it going away anytime soon.
And the skill required to do it, no one knows that more than you. The skill required is just something else.
Consistency is what teams are looking for.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Hornets trail by 5. Pass the ball. And it's in. Basket number... Six for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
Now here's Hardy. Shot, high post. No good. In and out, off the rim.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Charlotte moving the ball around. They set the screen. Pass to Diabate. That one goes in. And now just a 1-point Wizards lead.
I love the fact that Bridges does a little bit of everything, including passing the ball.
Now here's Hardy. He's got 6. Here's Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. The Wizards with another miss.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Knipples checked in for the Hornets. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Wizards have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Now, here is Miller. On the wing, Bridges. There's a screen. Shot clock at 5. Here's Diabate. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Young pass to Johnson. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. And that's 12 points for Johnson.
This is what Coach and Johnson's teammates want to see. The rookie continuing to find shots tonight.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. So it'll be LaMelo Ball shooting. It's on Trey Johnson. And the Hornets making a change here. Williams is checked in.
And one of the true showmen in the league, LaMelo Ball is so much fun to watch. He can do anything with the rock and is always looking to make a highlight reel.
The 3 from Johnson. Diabate grabs the board. To the right side. Ball kicks to Williams. Hands it from downtown. Williams has got the lead up to 4 now for Charlotte.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
There's the pick to the paint. And Whitmore with the basket on the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Now, here is Young. 10 points for him. Johnson outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second person.
Lots of fight from this kid, Johnson, the rookie with some moxie.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hornets.
And, guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
Both shots good from the stripe. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. Charlotte's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Miller kicks the ball. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Back to Williams. Koulibaly against Ball. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Ball's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Making it work in close. Ball getting an agile finish.
Young outside from downtown. Gunable with the rebound. Hornets leading by 4. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
All right, that's 2 fouls, not a big deal, but you don't want to pick up that third before the half.
Paul Brenner. Miles Bridges.
Washington's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And Young, here we go. Count it, good. Young's got 12.
Young sneaking into the lane right there, showing you he's a legitimate three-level scorer.
And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
Both free throws good for Miller.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
Here's Young. 12 points for him. To the inside. Miller grabs the miss. Hornets leading by 4. Bridges with it. Bridges double team. Pulls up. Knipple, no good.
And that leaves his coach scratching his head because you can't get a better look than that.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Oh, great job converting through contact. Johnson needs to keep doing this moving forward.
Now, here is Miller. He has 5. Pass the ball. Back to Miller. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. And the Hornets miss again.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Young against Ball. Pass to Koulibaly. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, it's easy to see why this team trusts Young to facilitate this offense. His decision-making is tremendous.
Now, here's Ball. 20 points for him. Bridges outside. Fires for 3. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Inside. And Sarr throws it down.
Most of Sarr's best work is done at the rim. Look at him just throwing it down with ease.
Ball dishes to Bridges. Miller with a wide open look. Sinks the triple. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
To the middle. Here's... Whoa! What a play!
And you've seen this maturation as a player. More often, Young is electing to make the right pass in pick-and-roll action.
Pass to Miller. It's deflected. Here's Koulibaly. Bridges with some nice defense. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Wizards out front, up by 1. Now we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
You got it. Trey, what's been the key to your effort so far?
Just playing hard. We're playing hard right now. They made a lot of shots, and we got to do better at making it tougher for them.
Got to keep the fight going, guys.
Thank you, Allie, for that. And, folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Hey, folks, halftime here. And it's been the Trae Young show through the first half.
I'll tell you, he doesn't miss many. He can be aggressive and play within himself at the same time. Heck of a first half.
Shaq-like percentages for sure. All right, fellas, and that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, this team has trusted him with this level of responsibility, and it's easy to see why.
Checking out the group for Charles Lee to start the second half. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Miles Bridges is out there with Knipple.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here is Young. Pass to Hardy. There's the three. The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Rebounded by Hardy. The Wizards with the lead. Here's Young. Here he goes. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And we know Trae Young will hurt you from deep, but when he's getting inside and scoring around the rim, it just makes him that much more difficult to contain.
Now, here is Miller. 8 points for him. And Miller throws it down hard!
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Now, here's Hardy. Covered by Miller. Ball against Young. Clock at 4. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. Here's Whitmore. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Out left to the wing. There's Ball with the three. Rebounded by Hardy. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. The putback.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Driving the lane. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop.
Offense getting right to the rim. At least they saved the layup.
The Hornets shooting their 4th and 5th.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin,